Hello, people often say don't judge a book by its cover. But when you think about that, that's actually totally opposite to our human behavior and human psychology. Every day, we are making instantaneous judgments on hundreds, if not thousands, of things that we see, and our brain is filtering, and we're making constant judgments. Not to say that we should be judging somebody by the outside or judging something, from the outside long term, but you have to, if you're going to do marketing online, you have to realize what human behavior is and that people are making instantaneous judgments all the time, every second. And you've got to use that behavior to your advantage to grab somebody's attention and realize that people are judging from first impressions, what they see, what they hear all the time. And you have to use that to your advantage when it comes to law firm marketing. Now, I'm Richard Martindale. I'm the CEO of Martindale Digital. I'm a practicing attorney, but also been involved with digital marketing for over 10 years. And I realize even when I tell people that I'm an attorney, people have instant judgments right off the bat. Maybe they have their favorite attorney joke that they want to tell me, or maybe they've had a bad experience or a good experience with attorney in the past. Again, we have filters that we are judging things through instantaneously all the time. And if you don't realize that and you're not using that in your law firm marketing, then you're going to be missing out. Now, there was a story when I was a young attorney in a private practice law firm. I had actually come out of the DA's office in Houston, Texas. That's where I started my legal career after law school. And when I was in the DA's office, we wore suit and tie every day. We were in court in front of judges, trying cases every day. And so our appearance obviously mattered. We wanted to look professional. We were in front of juries and judges, had to make sure we had a very professional opinion or appearance. And so we're always wearing suit and tie. Now, I got into private practice as a young attorney, and we had a meeting. It was kind of in the late 90s, early 2000s. We had a meeting with a tech company at the time. And, if you recall back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the tech industry kind of started changing things as far as business casual, they call it. And that was not involved. That was not kind of infiltrating the law firms. Law firms were still suit and tie. And we had a meeting with this tech company. And one of the first things I was told in going to the meeting, they said, don't wear a suit and tie. And I was like, well, what do you mean? They were like, if you wear a suit and tie, I was told, you would appear as stuffy. You wouldn't understand the client. You wouldn't be involved in, knowing the tech industry because, we kind of take for granted now business casual. And obviously, if you're working from home, you're probably wearing shorts and a t-shirt. But business casual was not a thing back then, and especially not in the legal world. So that's another instance where if I would have walked into this meeting with a tech company and had a suit and tie on, they probably would have made an instant judgment and they would have turned off, right off the bat and wouldn't have had a chance of even getting the business. And those are the kind of things you have to think about and use to your advantage in legal marketing. You have to understand your ideal client, understand what do they expect as far as you as an attorney. What do they expect your appearance to be? Can you wear, a golf shirt like this? Can you meet with them? Do you need to be wearing a coat? Do you need to be in a suit and tie? So obviously understanding that from a legal marketing standpoint, not only just your appearance, but the message that you're sending, the words that you're using, everything that goes into your legal marketing needs to be consistent and congruent with what your ideal client wants to hear. So if you can always think about that and think about it, just take a day or even an hour or even 5 minutes. If you're going into a place where there are people meeting for the first time, or maybe you're going to meet somebody from the first time, think about how actively our minds are always working and we're making these instantaneous judgments all the time in order to just filter what information we need to be paying attention to and what we can filter out and not worry about. So remember, if you go by don't judge a book by its cover, you're probably going to make some mistakes with regard to your legal marketing. If you always remember that people are making these instantaneous judgments all the time, that's going to make you and your law firm a better marketing firm, and you're going to connect with your ideal clients much more quickly and much more consistently. Now, remember that next time you go out, either you're doing a pitch or maybe you're doing a video like this, think about what your ideal client would want to see and make sure everything you're doing is consistent with that. Now, if you have no idea who your ideal client is, I do want to give you a resource that you can use to identify and go through the process to just really understand in depth who your ideal client is. At Martindale Digital, we have a resource. If you go to this website, www.martdig.com/ideal client, you can download a resource there. It's free. Use it to go through the questions to understand and know in depth who your ideal client is. So when you're talking to them through your marketing, you're going to make sure you're connecting and hopefully you're landing their business. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for joining us at Live at 5. If you're on Facebook, leave us a comment below, or if you're watching maybe on YouTube or Twitter, just drop us a comment, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear from you. We always are interested in what attorneys and law firms are doing with regard to their marketing. So connect with us online, and we'll look forward to having you maybe join again tomorrow. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a blessed day.